Okay, on this portion, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to use it real quickly to navigate. So let's say we want to go over here. We'll put a crosshair, our cursor there. We'll go over to the menu button, and then we'll go to cursor, and then it will ask you to engage if you want to engage the autopilot in navigation mode. And if you say yes, hit yes. The big thing you have to do is it's not automatically going to take you there because it wants to know, make sure that you're ready to do it. And when you are, you'll then come down here, see how it's showing you the turn. That's going to be a wide turn. So if you wait long enough, it'll just kind of do a heading hold. But if we go back to navigate, hit navigate, confirm, and you can hear the pump turn the engine back there. So in any major turn, and some turns, it will ask you beforehand to confirm the turn. So sometimes if you look like you're going past your turn, look at the screen, because it may have wanted you, depending on the boat's parameters, whether it's the speed, the weight, or whatever, the computer's determined that it needs to confirm that you want to make that turn. Then just hit confirm. So just hit standby. You can hit standby mode. And now it's just basically in standby mode, so you have full control of the boat. But notice the boat is still in navigation mode. So there's two components to this. You have the GPS component, which is navigating your GPS, because all you did is you just turned off the autopilot. So you have control. So if you wanted to get in tight or maybe make a detour or whatever, you have control of the boat, full control of the boat. But the screen's still navigating. So if you decided to cancel the trip, don't forget to cancel the navigation by going up here, touch the screen, make sure that it's orange like we want, all around the border. Go to your menu button, and just like as before you had the autopilot, you'll then go to navigation, cancel, and that will get rid of it. So then now you're not doing anything with the GPS, it's just showing you where you are. So that's the basic parameters of running the autopilot system. You also have on the autopilot, if you wanted to do some quick steering. On a center console like this, you probably aren't going to do that, but on a bigger boat like a 50-footer plus, you may just want to steer it from the screen just by doing little touches, just moving the rudder back and forth, only because the steering wheel is such gross movements. But on a center console, you're not going to do that. But what that does, that puts you in the non-follow-up, meaning that it's kind of like a heading up. Or heading hold. It's just going to hold in that position, not follow up back to where you were the original heading. So you have a couple of also things when you're in navigation. When you go into heading hold, you can then utilize your turns. Remember, in heading hold, go to your turns, and now you have all of your different turns that you can do. A perfect example would be, say, the zigzag one. So what this is showing you is the blue is that's going to be every turn is going to be 60 degrees, left and or right. And then the yellow is going to be 328 degree leg, or 328 foot leg before it turns 60 degrees. Remember, we're in zigzag, so it's going to go back and forth. If you didn't want it to be that sharp, you just bring this up and then see the 60 degrees up there, so you can actually change it. As you see, I'm changing. You can also use your knob on your screen too if you want to be more precise. Same thing with the feet. You can change how long you want each leg to be. So you see I'm changing it here with the knob before it makes each turn. That's going to be for any of these. As you see the square, it's going to be 90-degree turn, so you don't have a way to change that. S turn, same thing. Change your 40-degree and then make each leg however you want, however length you want. Same thing with the U-turn. U-turn is just going to do a U-turn. C-turn. So what a lot of guys will do is they'll use the spiral, especially if you're running side scan. You can set the distance between each of your legs, or each of where the center of the boat is, by how deep you are. So if your side scan is scanning 50 feet per side, you would probably want to set this at 45. That way, when you make that turn, 5 feet of your next turn or your next lap will kind of overlap the last one, so you don't miss anything. Kind of like when you're cutting the grass. The 656 feet before it moves and makes the next full turn. But just play with these, and you can kind of get used to it and kind of hang out with it and just see what it does. You know, you have you have the 10 degrees, the 1 degrees, just so you can bump it. If you know you want to do 10 degrees, see how it changed the compass heading to 10 degrees, so you'll head 285. You want to go back to 275, hit that. 1 degree, just like it says. And then don't forget you have stand. Now you can also notice that it's in low speed. This boat's not moving because we're on the trailer, so it automatically, given this GPS speed being under 12 knots, we're in low speed. But if we were going 14, 15 knots, it would switch into the high speed. There is about a 2 to 3 knot variance that gives you plus or minus before it switches into each mode. Again, you can tell up here on your screen that your autopilot is active. You see the little A there. That means you're in heading hold. That you're in auto is what the A stands for. If we put it in navigate, because we're not navigating, so we have to navigate somewhere. We have to pick a chart. Remember what I'm doing here? Going back over here, and go to cursor. Yes, and you'll see that your autopilot should ask us, let's see, we should be going to navigation. There you go. So you can hear the motor turning, and now that N is up there telling you that you are navigating to that particular waypoint. Same thing if you build a route, whether you do it on this unit or if you do it in the computer and bring it out here and transfer it, the autopilot will follow the route. Like I said before, each major turn, and there doesn't appear to be any particular science behind it or degree or angle, but it does ask you, a lot of times it'll ask you to confirm the turn. So make sure you keep an eye on that if you're out there running. So anyway, that's the basics of your autopilot system. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer.